Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Zita, and I'm excited to bring this flow to you wherever you are. This is a levels 2, levels 3, so it's a little bit more challenging, some fun transitions. So take your time as you move through it. If anything seems confusing, just remember that this is not a competition. This is a practice where you can kind of challenge yourself, you can learn something new. There's always growth in the challenge, so just keep that in mind. If you like, you can grab two blocks. It's not absolutely necessary, just if you have them, it's always nice to kind of have them close by. Otherwise, we're going to get straight into it. So if there's anything additional that you want to do before we kick off the practice, if you tend to need a little longer in wrist warm-ups or work into the hips or open up through the back of the hamstrings, pause the video, do that, and come back because we're just going to go straight into it. Alrighty, let's get started off in downward facing dog. So you can take your time as you move into it. I know sometimes the back of my hamstrings can feel a little tight, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but I enjoy the down dog as I can kind of gently move into it. You can always bounce around from one foot to the other. Pedal out through the feet. You can find stillness. You can find movement. There's no right or wrong way here. This is your practice, so you can always take what you want, leave what you don't. Really listen to your body. I know we always say that when we teach our class or teach or anybody, listen to your body, but truly you can listen to your body and know when it's the ego taking over and when you are shying away from challenge. So we'll take a few more rounds of breath here just to kind of settle into your practice. Maybe you might start to feel the arms heat up. You can push into the pads of the fingertips and lift the palms off, stretching out through the fingertips, letting the heart hang low. You can always ripple your way through plank pose and back into your down dog if that feels right. We'll take one more full breath in and a full breath out. Separate your feet a little wider on your mat than you typically would. Bring your hands towards each other. Root into that left hand. Let the sit bones really nice and broaden. Take a full breath in. And then your exhale, find a little twist. Reach the right hand over towards the left shin, the ankle. Just wringing out through the spine. Taking one more breath in. And a breath out. Slowly come back through center, replace the left hand with the right, take a full breath in, and then just move on to the other side, left hand over towards the right calf, ankle, and just wring out through the spine. Take a full breath in and out. Slowly bring the left hand to meet the right. And then just gently crawl your fingertips back towards the toes. Toes face out, heels in, and just park it down into your Malasana squat. Whew. Hips. I'd always feel a little tight. You can always take your block here to sit down. Maybe close out through the eyes, letting the hands come softly to heart center, letting the elbows hang nice and heavy. Your spine might want to collapse forward and maybe you just lift up into the heart. Taking one big breath in here. And exhale, release. Interlock the fingertips. Push the palms out. And then with the rise, push into the heels and slowly make your way to this wide mountain stance. Hands, fingertips reaching, palms open, and then just let the arms reach behind the head. Slowly, heel toe the feet in towards center, release the fingertips, palms face each other, breathe in here. Your exhale, hands come to heart. Interlock your fingertips and then just roll out through the wrists. That might feel a little tired after your down dog. When you're ready, breathe it into your mountain, hands to the sky. Exhale, slowly hinge up through the hips to your forward fold. Breathe into your Utkatasana chair pose. Sink the hips back, fingertips brush off the ground, and reach nice and long in front. Your toes can be nice and light here. Reach the tailbone back as your gaze comes up towards the front of the room. You're really pulling everything in towards center here. You're squeezing in through the abdominals, knitting the ribs together. Taking a full breath in. And your exhale, fly the arms behind you. Let the heart reach down towards the thighs. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. A bit of a weird move here. Slowly reach your hands forward and down and crawl into your high plank pose. Taking a full inhale here through the nose. And a full breath out. Shift the weight back. Slowly step the feet back and then lower down into your forearm plank. Shoulders stay over the elbows, broadening through the back, but lifting up through the back of the throat so your neck is nice and long. Take a full inhale here, and then slowly let the heels just drift off towards the right. Breathe it in through center, and then let them drift off towards the left. Breathe in through center. And then slowly start to crawl your feet into your dolphin pose, not letting the arms flail out, keeping them squeezed in towards center. Letting the hips reach nice and high to the sky. You can come high in the toes if you wish. And then exhale, you can let the heels grow heavy towards the ground. Pushing deep into the forearms, protecting the shoulders as you activate through the muscles. Take a breath in, float the right foot up for a three-legged dolphin pose. And then draw the right heel to the glute, open up into your scorpion dolphin. Inhale, lengthen that right leg back to your three-legged dolphin. Bend the left knee and step the right foot all the way to the back of your mat, tucking the toes. Step the left foot back to meet the right, forearm plank. Shift forward, lower all the way down. Fly the arms behind you, palms are facing down. And then just breathe in, lift everything up. And then pause here on the exhale. Squeezing here, big breath in. Exhale, release it down. Hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift the thighs, and rise up to your high plank pose. Your exhale is downward dog, hips grow to the sky. We're going to find that on the other side. So inhale, slowly move into your high plank pose. And then just move down into your forearm plank. Taking a full inhale here. And then let the heels drop off towards the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, let the heels drop to the right. Inhale through center and then crawl it forward into your dolphin pose. Pushing deep into the palms, taking a full breath in here. And a full breath out. Activate through the left glute, float the left foot up nice and long, three-legged dolphin. And then your exhale, scorpion your dolphin, heel to the glute, open up into that left hip. Three-legged dolphin is your inhale, lengthen that left leg. Exhale, bend the right knee and step the left foot all the way back, tucking the toes. Step the right foot back to meet the left forearm, plank big, inhale here. And slowly lower everything down. Fly your arms behind you. It is your locust pose, big breath in. Exhale, lower everything down, hands underneath the elbows, close into the ribs, squeeze the elbows in, tuck the toes, lift the thighs, rise up to your high plank pose. Exhale is your down dog. Take a full breath in, high in the toes, bring that gaze forward. Exhale, bend deep into the knees for your turbo dog. Separate the knees wide and then just crawl your fingertips back towards the toes. Bring the feet close together so you find this little diamond shape. Heels touch. Reach the hips back. Knees are nice and wide as your fingertips grow nice and long. Slowly bring the hands back towards the toes. Straighten through the legs. Here in your forward fold once again. Breathe it into your halfway lift. And breathe it out to your forward fold. Root to rise as your inhale, hands grow up to the sky. And then find a little baby back bend, go pose through the arms. Inhale is your mountain, and your exhale, hands come to your heart. Take a full inhale here. And a full breath out, soften through the shoulders. Your inhale is mountain, hands go to the sky, and then just take that left wrist and reach up towards the right. Inhale, come back through center, holding on to the right wrist, reach off towards the left. Breathe it in, hands to the sky, mountain pose, maybe the gaze follows. And your exhale, swan dive it down, fly the arms wide, let the heart come back down towards the thighs. You can linger here in your forward fold as you just open up through the back of the legs, let the shoulders soften. Your inhale is that halfway lift to lengthen through the spine. Bend the knees and slowly crawl your way into downward facing dog. Three-legged dog is your inhale, float the right foot up nice and high. Flexing the toes down towards the ground, let the hips square out. Take a full inhale here through the nose. Exhale, knee to nose, round through the spine. Scorpion your dog on your inhale, open it up. And your exhale, keep that knee nice and wide as it travels outside of the right tricep. Three-legged dog is your inhale. Exhale, step the right foot forward, low lunge. Now quarter turn that left foot down, so you have warrior 2 feet, but take your hands off towards the left side of your mat so you have downward facing dog arms and spine. Your right knee stays over that right ankle. Your right hip reaches back. Should feel like a nice opening in the inner thigh. Take a full inhale here. And a full breath out. Root into that right foot, and then just windmill your arms open into warrior two, right fingertips. Reach forward, left fingertips reach back. Take a big inhale here. And a full breath out. Inhale, reverse your warrior, right hand up over the head. Maybe you find a half bind here, left hand over towards that right thigh, lengthening into the right side body. Take a full breath in. And your exhale, slowly find a half bound side angle pose. Right forearm can come to the thigh. If you wish, you can trace your right arm along the inside of that right leg. Inhale, reverse your triangle, straighten through that right leg. You can release that left hand, hips bump forward. Soft bend in that right knee, windmill the arms down, reach the left hand towards the top of your mat, right hand to the sky, big breath in, exhale, breath out, horizon lunge, quarter turn the toes off towards the right side of your mat. Getting into that nice outer right hip. Inhale, lift the hips, keep the feet, reach the right hand over the head, root deep into that left hand, and then float the right foot up and to the side plank. You can stack the feet if you wish. And float the right foot up. You can always lower the left knee down. One full breath in, and then just step the right foot behind you, open up through the heart, gently. Full inhale here. And then your exhale, big sweep of that right arm. Float the right foot up and back towards the top of your mat. Big transition. Reaching that right arm behind you, slowly sweep it off the ground and come straight into lifted left knee raise, pulling that left knee up to the hip. Hands can come to your heart. Big breath in here. Then find a standing figure four, left foot over the right thigh. Slowly sink the hips back. And just once again getting into that outer left hip, you can kind of play around here. If an arm balance is in your practice, you can plant the hands down, wrap the left toes around the forearm and shift your weight forward, float the right foot up. You can always extend the right foot out long, flying half pigeon. Arm balance is not in your practice, you can still kind of play around with your balance, reaching the hands long. You can close out through the eyes. Adds a whole different layer. And then when you're ready, if you're in your arm balance, slowly come out of it. Lifted left knee raise, float the left foot up, hands to the sky, kick that left heel out nice and long, and then sweep it back into your warrior three. Hands come forward, reach that left heel back, taking one full inhale here. Your exhale, slowly touch the left toes down. Inhale, it's your crescent lunge, hands reach up to the sky. And then just go post to the arms, sink into that left knee, open up into the chest. Inhale, hands to the sky, crescent lunge, as your exhale reaches your hands down and towards the top of your mat. Standing splits is your inhale, left foot up to the sky. If a handstand is in your practice, you can play around with your hop ups here. I know mine can be really wobbly, but just tap into your own practice. See what comes up. We'll do this one more time. And then slowly lower it down. Bring it into your forward fold. Right foot meets the left. Breathe into your halfway lift here. Lengthen through the spine. And exhale, lower the heart down. Inhale, root to rise. It's your mountain. Hands grow nice and high. Exhale, hands come to your heart center. Take a full inhale here and a full breath out. Your inhale, sweep the hands up to the sky, it's your mountain. And your exhale, dive it down to your forward fold. Breathe it into your halfway lift. And then step or float back into your high plank or chaturanga. Option to move through vinyasa here. Breathing into your up dog. Breathing out to your down dog. And just moving into the other side. Take a full inhale here. And a full breath out. Three-legged dog, left foot rises. And then scorpion your dog, open up into that hip. Taking a full inhale here. And your exhale, left knee, left tricep, slowly bring your way forward. And three-legged dog is your inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, and step the left foot forward. Low lunge. Take a big inhale here. Then drop the right foot down. Keep the right foot at 45 degrees. Left toes stay forward. Down dog down dog arms off to the right, or your 2 feet. And then just lean into this. You can take your time as you breathe in and you breathe out. Really rooting into that left foot. Take one more inhale and then exhale, slowly windmill your way up into your warrior 2. Staying strong in the legs, take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Maybe you find that half bind on this side. Right fingertips to the left thigh, opening up into the left ribs. Take one full inhale here. And your exhale finds that half bind. The side angle pose. Left forearm to the thigh. Or you can take it down the seam, the inside of that left leg, rolling the heart open. If the half bind feels like a lot, you can always just reach the right hand up to the sky. One more breath in here. And one more breath out. Your inhale, reverse your triangle. Lengthen through that left leg, release the bind, left hand over the head. And your exhale, soft bend in that left knee. Windmill the hands down, right hand comes to the top of your mat. Sweep the left hand forward, take a full inhale here, then find horizon lunge. Sweep the left hand all the way back, letting the hip softly drop down. Inhale, left hand up and over the head, hips rise, and then slowly float the left foot back to your side plank pose. Left foot can stack on top of the right. If you want to add on, float the left foot up. One more big inhale here, let the hips rise, and then step the left foot behind you, open up into the chest. Your wild thing. One full inhale here. And a big circle sweep of that left hand as you float the left foot up and towards the top of your mat. Big push here. It's your inhale, lifted right knee raise. Float the right foot up, hands to the sky, flexing into the toes. Exhale, standing figure 4, right foot over the left side. Be wobbly. And just settle in here. Know that we'll be here for a few rounds of breath. So if there's anything you want to play around with, you have that time. And again, if the the arm balance is in your practice, bend deep into the left knee, plant the hands down. Right toes wrap around that left forearm, and you just use your right elbow as a shelf, floating the left foot up. You can always extend the left leg out long if you want to add on, flying half pigeon. Once again, if you don't have the arm balance or that's like not your jam is at all, you can always just play around, getting into the hips, settling deep. Holding postures for a longer period of time can be just as challenging as flipping your way upside down. And when you're ready, when you slowly come out of your imbalance if you're in it and rise up to your lifted right knee raise, hands to the sky. Kick that right foot out nice and long, big breath in, and exhale, warrior three, hinge the right foot back, hands reach nice and long in front. Take a full inhale here. And exhale, slowly step the right foot back. Breath in is your crescent lunge. Hands reach up to the sky. Exhale, lower that right knee to a hover. Go pose through the arms, open up into the chest. Breath in is your crescent lunge. And your exhale, slowly reach your hands down towards the top of your mat. Float the right foot up, standing splits. Ooh. You can stay here if you wish. But if you want to play around with that handstand, you can find your little hop-ups here. One side will always feel a little different to the other. And when you're ready, slowly bring your way down to earth. That foot meets the right, or right foot meets the left, whatever side you're on, and lean it down into that fold. Your breath in lifts up through the chest halfway here. And your exhale, melt the heart down. Bend into the knees, sweep the hands nice and long, and find a real low Utkatasana. Big breath in. Exhale, slowly lower it down. Full inhale here. And then lower it down even more. One more breath in, feel the heat. And your exhale, slowly lower the hips all the way down to the ground. Reach your hands forward. Float your foot up. It's your boat pose. Ooh, you can take your hands behind the thighs if you wish for support today. You can always bring the hands behind you if you're like, shit, I'm tired. So it's kind of pick your journey. If you wish, you can float the hands off the legs, palms facing up, rolling the shoulders back, heart extends forward. Inhale, lower halfway down, flexing through the toes. And your exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale, lower it down. And exhale, bring it up. Cross over the ankles, sweep the hands to the sky. Taking one full breath in. Whew, and let it go. Hands come to your heart. Take a full breath in through the nose, a long inhale here. And take a long breath out. Feel the temperature of your skin. Feel the beat of your heart. Taking the left hand over the heart and the right hand over the body, over the belly of the body, wherever you want to place that attention. And just feel that whole experience, that whole experience in your body. Just this breath, nothing more, nothing less. And then when you're ready, you can slowly release the hands, reach them up nice and high, and then just place them behind you, fingertips towards the hips, and just lean it back. Let the heart extend up to the sky. And gently bring your way back to center. You can uncross the legs, reach the right foot out long, and draw the left heel close into the glute. We're going to find a little bind here, so reach your heart over that right thigh, sweep your left hand around, and maybe your fingertips interlock behind you. This is a nice stretch in the shoulder cuff. If you want to bring your heart down towards the thigh, you can. This is a nice stretch if you lean forward into the right side of the leg. And when you're ready, slowly unwind, hands to the sky. And then just place your hands behind you. Let that left foot come on top of the right thigh. So you have this seated figure four. With the hands behind you, slide the right foot back. And then just lean into it. You can flip your fingertips towards the back of your mat and then find that little heart opener. Again, if you just want something a little bit more. And then gently come out of it. Fingertips come back towards the hips. And then reach the right foot down and bring the left to meet the right. Let the hips grow nice and long onto the ground. Shoulders roll away from the ears, and then gently sweep the hands up to the sky. Flex the toes towards the nose, and then hinging only from the hips, find a halfway Paschimottanasana, so Ardha Paschimottanasana. And then just lift up through the chest, realign, and then hinging only from the hips, slowly lower down bit by bit. Inhale wherever you are, lift the heart forward, and then drop it down, keeping a nice long spine. One more breath in here. You can place your hands wherever feels good, and exhale slowly, release. You can draw the chin to the chest if you'd like a little more opening, but be really subtle here. One more breath in, and a big breath out. We'll find this on the other side. Begin to rise up. Draw the right foot in towards the glute. Left foot stays nice and long. Lean your way forward. Wrap the right arm around and then sweep the left fingertips back to grab a hold behind you. Once again, you can just play with opening up gently into that right shoulder. If you want to get more into the hip, just bring your heart forward and then lean it down. Just kind of see what you need. And then take one more breath in and a big breath out. Gently release the bind. If you have it, left hand to the sky. Reach the right hand to meet. And drop your fingertips behind you. Right foot over the left thigh. Slide the left heel back towards the glute. And then just lift up through the heart space, getting into the seated figure four version. And then gently release. Hands towards the hips, grow the left foot out long. Bring the right foot to meet it. Hands to the sky, take a full breath in, and your exhale slowly lower down onto your back. Hands reach nice and long in front. And take your time as you get there. Let the challenge be in the little movements. Maybe it's shifting the shoulders, maybe it's moving the direction of the neck. Maybe it's pushing the heels down into the mat. Mine always lift. And then lowering everything down. Taking the knees into the chest, give yourself a nice squeeze. And you can rock side to side. Tee out. Actually, bring your hands down towards the hips and just scooch them off towards the left slightly. Then tee out through the left arm. Right hand on the left thigh as you move into your supine twist. Gazes over those left fingertips. Shoulder stays connected down. Taking a big inhale here. Big breath out. And your inhale, slowly come back up through center. Hips scooch to the right, knees drop to the left, and open up that right arm, final side. Whew. One side will always feel a little bit different. Take a big breath in and gently release. When you're ready, you can just gently bring the knees back up towards the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze, wrapping your arms around the shins, drawing the nose up towards the knees, hugging yourself into a tight ball before you lower everything down into your final pose, Shavasana. If you're at home doing this, don't skip out on your Shavasana. I ask you to enjoy this posture. You can fill it in whichever way feels good for you, with the hands and the feet nice and wide. I sometimes like to place my left hand on my heart and my right hand on the belly. But think of this posture just as important as your favorite one to do in a yoga class. This is the one that allows you to truly release the body. After so much engagement, after so much movement, it has exerted itself. So this is the time for it to restore, for it to absorb all of the work, for the muscles to create that memory, and for you to reap the benefits of this privilege to move and to breathe freely. So be here with your breath, filling the space with a long inhale through the nose and a long exhale as your body just melts a little deeper into the ground. Taking in your surroundings, the sounds, the noises, the smells, the temperature, all of these things are part of this moment. They can be felt as distractions, or they can be felt and thought of as just another piece. What is your reaction? Feel the softness of yourself relaxing into any tension being held in the body. And counting your way back from 10, letting it fall into the rhythm of a long inhale and exhale, letting the cycles of breath be full of intention and pause. And then when you're ready, you can take a full breath of awareness into your body. And an exhale, cleansing everything out. Inviting a little movement into your fingertips and toes, your ankles and your wrists. You can reach your fingertips nice and long behind you, stretching the toes nice and long in front. And then when you're ready, you can draw your knees into the chest, giving yourself a nice, beautiful long squeeze. And slowly, when you're ready, lowering onto your back, you can rock side to side and just fall onto your most comfortable side. So left or right, whatever is calling to you, resting your head in the palm of your hand in your embryo pose. And then when you're ready, pushing into that top hand, keeping the eyes closed. Bring your way up to your seated pose, Sukhasana. Letting the hands rest on the thighs, let the shoulders reach up and back, melting them down the spine. And take a full inhale here and a full breath out. I like to take my hands to heart center and show so much gratitude for you who's joining today. I'd like to also, with so much overwhelming gratitude, show thanks to those who have brought us this practice and who share their wisdom, their insights, and their lessons. So the shadow and light in me honors and cherishes the shadow and the light in each of you. I humbly bow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take your time as you transition off of your mat. Thank you so much for taking your time to practice, not just for this flow for me, but for actually carving out the time for you. Right now, it's more important than ever to take care of ourselves. Let me know if you have any questions. You can always find me on Instagram if we're not friends there already, Zita Flaherty, or the Seeking Yogini. And you can also email me. My information is on my YouTube page. But yeah, share this, like this, comment below if you enjoyed the flow. Thank you so much.